Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Around the Bush. This is where we give you the latest updates in the world of anime games. It's me, Globku, with I and Rinne again. How's it going?
Hello.
I keep saying your full name. I keep messing up.
It's all right. We'll get used to it. I don't know how much of yesterday we will cover. Yesterday was the Game Awards, but I feel like this was a big week for anime.
Yeah, mostly Blue Protocol and fighting game stuff, but yeah, before the Game Awards even happened, I feel like a lot of devs were getting stuff out of the way or trying to make announcements ahead of the Game Awards, because then everything gets buried, right? So this was definitely a big week.
And maybe to temper expectations as well. Like, we're not going to be at the Game Awards. Yeah, let's release something before so people understand that.
Yeah, Mud Puppy, bye Twitch. Goodbye, last sub. Thank you for your support. Mud Puppy already subbed on the YouTube channel, so that's great to see. Yeah, this is my last month on Twitch, streaming on Fridays only. And in January, we'll start streaming on Never only. That's what we're doing. It's one of the final reminders that Twitch goes bye-bye. Live streams will be on Globku Live over on YouTube. There's the link. Subscribe to that channel. We reacted to the full Game Awards there yesterday. But today we're here to talk about not only what happened at the Game Awards, but also during the week. And first up, there's a new character coming out to DNF Duel, and it's a lady.
Hello, lady.
Lady with a sword.
Okay.
Very cool character design as usual, but that's not everything DNF Duel is doing. They're also releasing a big balance patch, and I mean big. This is a huge balance patch. Buffs for more than 100 skills, some defense and health stuff, so not everyone gets one touched every time someone gets a touch. You know, it's not the TOD festival that it used to be. High HP and guard gauge for all characters, so you can be a bit more defensive. I don't know if that's what DNF Duel fans wanted. As a spectator, I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, is this a little bit too late? We'll see if this is enough to revive the game or not. DNF Duel kind of feels like it came and went. But this is the kind of treatment that we expect from these developers. So that's good to see.
Yeah, I mean and I think you nailed it there. This might be too late for this game. This might be just for the people that are sticking with the game. I don't see many people just coming back to this game, especially with the fighting games that we have coming in the future. And as we're gonna talk about later, Street Fighter is coming soon. I don't know about this, man. Like, cool. I think this is the way they're changing the game. Obviously, not a lot of people enjoyed DNF. Otherwise, the game would be more successful. They're trying, and I think that's cool. I just hope it's not too late. But we'll see. This game, it looks good. I know a lot of people didn't vibe with it. You didn't vibe with it. And some of the reasoning, I forget about it now, but like I remember some of the reasoning behind why people didn't vibe with the game. Me understanding at the time and saying, yeah, I can see me not enjoying this. I didn't try it mostly because of lack of time. A lot of games were coming out and I didn't try it at the time. But I understand why people, I remember understanding why people didn't like the game back then, or didn't vibe with it not that much. But it looks good, man. I hopefully it will still be relevant and it's not too late.
To me, it was simple. It just like never felt good. There's something about buffering. There's something about the way the attacks react to your buttons that I just wasn't vibing with. It just never felt good, even when you were pulling stuff off. To me, and that is why I just never played it.
And that's
but
fair.
To Enderop's point, yeah, Street Fighter 6 is next year. There's a good 6 months between now and Street Fighter, and DNF is now. This is happening right now, so there's a good period of time for this game to grab people's attention once again.
In fighting games, I think that's not a lot, though. It's like, in fighting games, 6 months to learn, even to think about learning a new game for fighting game fans. That's not too much. It's like for 6 months I can just keep playing Guilty Gear, which is probably the most played right now. I can just keep playing Guilty Gear until Street Fighter comes out. I'm not gonna learn a new fighting game. 6 months is not a lot. It sounds like a lot, but like for learning a fighting game, maybe not. But hopefully,
Guilty Gear is the most played right now.
I'm gonna say it's probably the most played. Competitively, specifically, like in terms of actually learning.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That would make sense. Like this was without knowledge, without previous knowledge, but that would make sense even for the people that sign up for tournaments too. Or Tekken,
yeah, definitely Tekken.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. And
Definitely
even
Tekken.
Street Fighter 5, if you think
And I
about
think
it.
Tekken numbers on console will be higher. Guilty Gear numbers on console, I don't think will be higher, but Tekken, I think.
What about Street Fighter 5? Just for the sake of
is struggling to reach 1,000 on PC.
Really?
I bet. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's about as much as
Let's
about
try.
as much as Strive, yeah.
Yeah, it's the three most popular, I would say, in terms of
well,
in terms.
if you bring Brawlhalla into the mix, it's Brawlhalla. Yes. the fucking unicorn.
Yeah, but those games, like, I don't see the transition being as direct to DNF as these three, for example. Even Tekken, just a bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like in fighting games, 6 months, it's not too much, but hopefully it will go well and people pick up this game because it looks good, man. It looks very good. It's just if you don't feel it, what are you gonna do?
Indeed. Also, JoJo apparently has another patch.
Okay.
Just another patch came out yesterday. I find the patch notes here. And yeah, this is a big freaking patch.
Oh my god. Wait a minute.
And this time it's not mostly bug fixes. This is actually balance.
Balance.
Yeah, I would actually check this out because this was my main. And this is a lot of changes. This is like... all these moves are what you use in your BNB, which means you got new BNBs for sure. Like, they just completely changed things. But then I gotta play online, and I don't want to, so...
Yeah, that's the thing about JoJo is... Again, I still think this game is pretty fucking cool when it comes to actually playing it. It feels... And we just spoke about feel in DNF. This game feels super cool to play. Maybe down the line, I would get annoyed by the mechanics, but I love comboing in this game. It feels so good.
Yep.
So this game is just the bad netcode. Bad netcode. So it doesn't really matter if you have balance patches when the netcode is that bad. And where are the offline tournaments for this? There probably aren't many. So it would have to be online focused. And then when the netcode is so bad, what is this? What is this for? Why are they still working on this? I don't know.
am in conversation with the competitive community in Europe to host a tournament on the YouTube channel on Global Live for JoJo, and they mostly use a Parsec server. Not the same thing. Like, they don't use Amazon servers like I do for Wanted, Demon Slayer. They use a different thing, but similar kind of idea. That's what they do.
I am actually very much looking forward to that. I hope that happens, and I hope we get to see a proper tournament with a bunch of different characters and just watch the high level this game can offer, and maybe put it out there, and hopefully we get traction and people get interest in this. But even then, like, it's us getting out of our way to make the game that doesn't work.
Yeah,
and
that's never the mainstream, right? Like, the mainstream is never going to go for that. The mainstream is not in Discord servers looking for opponents. The mainstream is hitting matchmaking, ranked matches, and going. And the experience is awful, to the point that it's really hard to find people nowadays.
And even this is obvious for even casual players. It is so terrible sometimes that it's obvious for casual players. We were talking about this a couple of days ago. For the memes, I went and played Dragon Ball FighterZ Online on PS5. I find matches so quickly compared to PC. There's still a lot of players, and that netcode is shit. But you still can play. JoJo is unplayable.
Yeah.
Most of the times, it is incredibly unplayable. Most of the
It
times.
is worse than delay-based netcode. It's that CyberConnect 2 netcode that we all know and absolutely fucking hate. Thank you for the 3 years of Twitch memories. Here's to another 3 after the transition. Also, Scarlet Nexus OST for the win. Thank you so much, Ashura. Thank you so much, Ashura. We'll talk a bit more about the transition after we're done with news, so stick around for that. That is the JoJo patch came out yesterday. Also, earlier this week, the game I'm most excited for, looking forward to, Project L. They had promised another developer update before the end of the year, and they delivered it right before the Game Awards went live. So it is a look at Eloy, who they showed the concept art in a previous episode, and now they're showing her in game. They're saying she's like 30% complete. And you can see some of her abilities, some of the ideas they're going for. Every heavy attack with her ball leaves a tentacle behind for setups or follow-up combos. It's pretty neat. Every character they're showing so far has some sort of unique mechanic that looks really good.
Yeah. Everything about this game. Like, Street Fighter is still my most anticipated. Everything Street Fighter is doing looks so good, and every single thing they had looks so good that it's impossible not to get hyped by that. But also, I think at this point it's impossible not to get hyped by Project L. It's looking so good, and we've mentioned this like during our breakdown of the trailer. 30% done. This character, there's a lot of animations that still need work, and there's still a lot of things being worked on that character specifically. And it also makes me feel that this game might not be released this year.
The movement is so good. Yeah, I don't think I ever expected this for 2023.
Yeah, but
this is definitely a 2024 game.
That being said, and this is very interesting, and you know this, I started as a Street Fighter player very casually. Like, I played a lot of online, but I didn't even know what plus frames were. But now the game that I play the most and better was definitely Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is a team game. So I think I guess I'm now more of a team-based fighting game player. So this is more of what I'm looking for in a video game now.
You are gonna fucking hate this. I will tell you right now, you are gonna hate these two mechanics. So mechanic number 1, this free push, okay, there's a free push block and there's a paid push block. It's not confirmed, but that's what it looks like. So the free push block, is it before or is it after? It's after, okay. There's a clip with Jinx. It's like you can match reflect for free, okay? So the pressure in this game is going to be very different. It's going to be more like Marvel. I just watched Cloud break down this, and like he has insight as a Marvel player that we don't. But the small pushback that exists... Where is it? God damn it. I need to find this. The offense looks really cool. I'll say that.
I joined in on paid pushback. I was like, wait, you have to pay money for pushback?
Yeah, you have to pay money for pushback.
Damn.
So, okay, so this right here, Echo is going to push himself off of Jinx.
Gotcha.
And Jinx only catches him with a second hit because it is a long-range hit. And he pushes himself back again. This means that your pressure is going to be 1-2 hits maximum. Like, you're not going to be able to commit to it. As soon as you get the first hit, you're going to have to make a read. You're either going to bait that, if it is baitable even, or you have to go for mix immediately. Because if you commit to another button, you're going to get punished because you're going to whiff it. And then Jinx does the same thing here against Echo. Echo jumps in.
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, Jinx pushes herself back, and then we see Echo with another button, and she pushes herself back again. Echo is now going to whiff this. And that's a whiff punish right there. Like, your pressure, you have to mix within the first couple of hits immediately.
You know why I don't mind this?
The hit confirm is super fast. Yeah.
The reason why I don't mind this in specific is usually you can just go back to neutral. You can be super safe. You can have a super safe playstyle and go back to neutral and don't risk at all. And maybe that's not the best choice, but you can do it. One of the reasons I don't vibe with Strive at all is it's because the game wants you to be aggressive and make mistakes or read your opponents way too hard. The game wants you to be aggressive, and that's not my play style. I don't see this being a thing. And I played Marvel as well. I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on Xbox, and I did a lot of online matches. Granted, again, I was not a fighting game player, really. But I enjoyed that. So I think I don't mind this. I love BB Tag. I just didn't. It was too late for me for BB Tag, but I do love BB Tag.
So BB Tag doesn't have this.
It has the paid push block.
Yeah, it has the paid push block. So which is this one.
It's a DLC.
So instead of pushing yourself back, you're pushing the opponent back, and you're pushing him like full screen. And I believe this is actually a punish for whiffing this button right here, because he's still in recovery frames when he gets hit by Ari. Maybe not. Maybe he recovered right here, and then he did something. Oh, he crouched.
Also,
it just got mixed.
do we have confirmation that the push block is allowed to be done on a true block string, or is it?
That is during block stun.
That's block stun. Okay.
Yeah, that is block stun. The reason why I say you're not gonna like this, and obviously it's just a guess, but the reason why I say that is because if it is a mechanic that can actually be punished, like you are applying pressure, but you're actually getting mixed instead, because you're getting 50-50. Because you press a button, you continue the pressure going, but if the opponent does that, you whiff the button, you're getting punished. So it's gonna add this little randomness to it, maybe, and that's the sort of mechanic that you usually get pretty pissed off about.
No, because if you think about it, that's fighters.
That's fighters. Yeah, but you get pissed off about it in fighters.
No, here's the reason why I get pissed off about it in fighters. I get pissed off when I make the correct call because of delay. Usually, I didn't do my meaty properly, and I get punished by doing the correct thing. That's the only thing that pisses me off. It's like when I do, or even let's say I make the correct guess and I mess up my inputs. I can mess up my inputs and it gets me mad, but it's not because of the mechanic. It's because I also have access to those mechanics. It's just I missed my inputs either because of myself or because of lag. I missed my meaty, and my good decision was punished. That's the only thing that really pisses me off, and like I still play the game. And I get pissed off at video games. Like even if it's my fault, I just get pissed off. That's it. But it's not the same as Strive, where I actively don't like what the game is asking from me. It's two different things. I will get pissed off at video games.
I think most of the mix in this game is going to be like this. It's one hit, immediately mix. Like, this is how it's going to have to be. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise you're going to get pushed back. And maybe, like, the pushing yourself off with, like, the free push block, if you're not in block stun, maybe it's a button, and then you get counter hit, and I think that's fine. On the other hand, if it's something like, I don't know, Demon Slayer push block, where you can just do it and not get punished, it's fucked. But these are guys that know fighting games. So I think I have faith. I have very much.
But it's if you think about it, every fighting game has those situations. Like even in Street Fighter, do you really have a way to pressure your opponent? Because like almost everyone has a DP. And
yeah, it's mostly footsies, spacing. Yeah, sure.
It's like it's just it's basically that. I just getting mad because usually when you make a correct call and it doesn't work because of something, that's the thing.
Push block in Marvel does not push back assists, according to EnderUp. We cannot see if that's the case here. We do not know. They went in depth into tag mechanics, and honestly, I think a lot of the complexity of this game is going to come from that. From just how many ways you can tag and use tags to extend combos or to mix up your opponent. This here, for instance, is sandwich. This is BB tag. This is BB tag. 100% BB tag right here.
Yeah,
there.
and like the one thing I really actually just thinking about it, I really enjoy everything about BB tag. I love that game. Like all the mechanics just vibe with me, to be honest. And one of the things that I love about BB tag, and I remember when I started doing this, we had a small practice run, And I remember when I started trying that, and sometimes successfully, when I was trying to bait your swaps, like when you're trying to
that's
combo
super
breaks.
fun.
Every time I did that successfully, ooh, that felt good.
Yeah,
and I
feels
think
good.
this is gonna be a good thing about this game too, is when you're gonna be able to come up with setups to bait your opponent is switching. There's gonna be the whole variation of those things. Oh, that's gonna be awesome, man.
I think this is a very good example of how to counter the push block situation, because if Jinx pushes herself back, there's still Echo right behind her. She doesn't do it here. She doesn't push herself back. But if she did, Echo would still be able to mix.
Yeah.
Still be fine.
And it also depends on what is the button presses for the push block.
Yeah.
Because, for example, one of the things that happens in Dragon Ball FighterZ a lot is you're trying to reflect.
Yeah.
And because you need to press back and the special button, you get up and then you get hit by a low. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, the thing about reflect is that it comes out on a gap, and this is during block stun. So I think it's a lot safer to go for stuff like this.
Press the button, yeah.
Yeah, but even if you
we don't even know if this game has a block button, by the way. I hope not. But
ooh, that would be.
I hope not.
No, it's not.
I hope not.
It's not gonna happen.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, because from what they are showing, the game is gonna require left-right mix-up.
Yeah, there is left-right mix-up. Yeah, so they won't showcase that.
And they specifically showcase that in the
with
video.
a sandwich, that is just pointless.
A lot of cross-ups. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't sandwich with the block button. Exactly. I wonder if they will keep the one-button specials from Rising Thunder. They will. They have confirmed that there will be one-button specials. And
it's gonna be like DNF as well, then. But with separate buttons, maybe?
Maybe DNF. I doubt it's a Granblue situation, where they give you both options, but penalize you for using the shortcuts. Because I don't think they would penalize you for using the shortcuts.
DNF Duel does penalize you. Not by much. Not as much as Granblue, but like DNF Duel also does.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, it's meter gain or something, right?
Yeah, like your meter gain starts earlier.
Recovers slower.
I don't think they do that. That goes against the philosophy of this entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Does BB Tag has DP on press of a button, right?
Yeah, two buttons at the same time, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that didn't. I didn't hate that, to be honest.
I haven't seen any DPs in this game yet. I've seen some armored moves. I don't know if they're frame 1 or not, but I haven't seen any DPs in this game yet. But if there are DPs, they are one-button DPs, and it's usually really rough to deal with.
I don't know, man. I think BB Tag did it in a way that was actually all right. Like I don't love the fact that you doing like special moves that are stronger should require a better like. And it doesn't need to be a super complicated input, but not just a button. But then again, BB Tag did it, and I think I didn't mind when I was playing it. So
yeah, air unblockable one-button DPs. Let's go.
Before I didn't like that the DP and the push block was on the same button, but after a while I got used to it. Like it makes sense because if you bait push block, no DP, you get free punish,
exactly.
and they can't combo break out of it. Because of the DP, so you get full punish.
BB Tech players are going to be eating when Project L comes out. That's what I have to say. Moving on to another hype fighting game. Street Fighter 6 showed up yesterday at the Game Awards with a trailer showcasing a lot of story mode, 4 new characters, and a release date, June 2nd, 2023. Right before EVO. 2 months before EVO. It's going to be a fun tournament.
Beautiful. This game is beautiful.
Meta still, as a spectator, it's going to be the best fucking tournament at EVO. Because the meta is not going to be defined. It's still going to be establishing itself. Someone's going to have some super busted shit, and everyone's going to be like, that's broken, and then someone else is going to find a way to counter that. Or not, and that guy is going to win EVO, and then the very next day, everyone goes to the lab and goes, oh shit, we could have just... Okay.
Yeah,
and that's going to be fun.
The sooner you have a tournament for a game, the sooner... The more characters potentially will show up, because again, nothing has been set in stone. So maybe someone has found a specific tech with this character that no one knows. So like, even for character variety's sake, this is super cool. EVO is gonna be super cool this year with Street Fighter. I cannot wait for this game. Everything they show, like every single time, the new mini games for the offline stuff, the new characters, the new stages. Man, this game, what a game.
Question about DJ though. You think they would do sort of a guile thing where the timing of your inputs is rewarded if it's perfect timing? Like he's a rhythm-based character? Because we see some moves further into the trailer where you got like musical notes popping out of him.
And first of all, that's beautiful.
And I wonder if that's a system. This guy seems like a big setup character. Sets up projectiles, second button activates them, and then he deals really big damage, but he only does that if you give him the time to do that. And there you go. Boom, 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 boom. He is kind of shining here, so
that looks
maybe
like
that's just a super.
Deadly Rave, yeah.
Can you imagine like a super where your inputs define the damage or something like that?
Oh, like every super in Mortal Kombat 11?
No, specifically for this situation that I didn't enjoy. That one was a mechanic that I didn't fucking like. But just because I'm lazy and I didn't want to press the buttons defensively when I was getting hit, like, oh shit, I'm getting hit. Yeah. Okay, come on. But it's just, again, like, having a character like that would actually be super cool. It would instantly mean that the character's not for me because I'm not good enough for that shit. But I think that's interesting for high level play. Yeah, that would be dope. But it's probably just a super.
Closed beta next weekend, right? Not this weekend, but next weekend. The second closed beta.
Yeah, and very close because I haven't gotten my email yet.
Shame. I do have access because of the first one, I think. But we'll see. Street Fighter 6 still looking good. June 2nd. I think that date makes a lot of sense, but it's gonna suck for people wanting to play in EVO because it's a 2-month rush to play in tournament. If I'm playing in EVO, I'm downloading the crack right now. That's what I'm doing. Like they're gonna change stuff, of course, but like, I'm downloading the crack and starting to practice right now.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's only one thing left for this game to be announced. As an offline mode. And you know what it is.
What is it?
Combo Trials.
The Combo Trials.
Combo Trials.
The Combo Trials. Are they going to do it?
Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4 were the games that made me fall in love with fighting games and combo challenges. It's just Street Fighter 4 made me buy every single game that had tough trials to do. Just for completing on Xbox 360. I just picked all of them because I had so much fun completing those hard trials. Street Fighter was the one. If they bring back those trials, man, this game is going to be perfect.
We'll see. Also, on the Game Awards, Tekken 8 showed up with a story and gameplay trailer. Lots of characters showing up here. And some new mechanics as well. The words rollback were not uttered at all, and you've heard my opinion on Tekken 8. This game is dead to me until they announce rollback. But other than that, I think the game looks pretty good. You mentioned the first trailer maybe had a better look than this one. I think maybe you can attribute that to being a story-only thing, because that was a very cinematic fight, and this is more traditional gameplay. Maybe that is it.
I don't think that's just it. But it still looks good, and I'm still excited. Like, as I've played every Tekken.
We have to look at this shit. Okay, so, boom. See that? See that? Look at this dash. Punch, dash, keep the combo going. Yeah, we got a dash cancel here. But they said something on the Bandai Namco Twitter saying that every character is gonna have. I don't know. It's not rage. They're gonna have a new mechanic, and that I think is what that's tied to. I think potentially every character is gonna have meter now. It's not just Akuma.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently Tekken had rollback for a while, but they kept a huge input delay on the console version in line with the arcades, yeah. They don't say the R word. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I get your where you're coming from, but for me, Tekken has always been play the offline mode and try out a few characters and have some fun. And I think that's gonna be it. Like the game, it's still, even though I don't think it looks good as the first trailer, it still looks good. And I want to try this out and maybe again complete the story mode, do a few battles offline. Hopefully I vibe with the game and I get into online and I start playing Tekken online. I don't think that's going to happen because 3D movement for me has never been my strong suit, but you know, hopefully.
Oh, well. Last but not least, on the Game Awards, we had a trailer for Blue Protocol and finally the announcement that this game is going to be released globally together with Amazon Games. So Bandai Namco publishing in Japan, there's another publisher in Korea, Amazon Games is publishing in the rest of the world. If you don't know what this is an MMORPG by Bandai Namco. Yeah, it's coming out on the second half of 2023. They have released the English website. You can dig out for more details there. We published a reaction to this yesterday as soon as it came out. And I'm thinking maybe we should do like a catch-all video, because this game has been in development for quite some time. There's a lot of info out there, but this is the first time they're talking about it to the rest of the world and not just Japan. So I'm wondering if you should go, okay, here's everything you need to know.
Yeah, maybe, but this video is not performing really well, so we'll see. I am very excited for this. It looks very good, and as we've said before, like we've seen this game years ago maybe, and it was exciting back then. It's still very exciting. The game looks gorgeous. Fighting looks fun too. Animations look sick. And I'm very surprised that this is coming for Xbox as well. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, mostly because it was Asia, right? And Asia, usually Xbox does not really count there. But even globally, like we've seen a lot of Japanese games being released on PlayStation because it just makes sense. Right. But Xbox is it's having his own game, and they missed on Genshin Impact. It makes sense that they would try to get one of these on their own too. So yeah, exciting. Hopefully it will have crossplay.
Yeah, I'll have to do some research to know if there's crossplay or not, because I actually do not know right now. I know it's free. I know the game's free, so there's that. Hopefully, because that's one of the things that in an MMO or whatever the game is. Xbox especially needs it.
Yeah, for sure.
And you never know, like between PC and PlayStation, you never know which community is going to stay alive the longest. You just never know. Some games vibe better on PC, others vibe better on PlayStation.
It's definitely not going to be Xbox.
It's definitely not Xbox. But with crossplay, then players would at least have the choice to play on Xbox if they want to. I would try it. All my friends play MMOs on PS4, and I'm like, come on, man. Well, they can't play this on PS4 because it's only coming out for the new generation. So, bye-bye PS4. Moving on to other news, Fortnite. Fortnite is launching Chapter 4 Season 1 this month. I believe it has launched already. And, they usually have a lot of collaborations. The Witcher is going to be one of them. Also, Mr. Beast is going to be in the game. But the one we're looking at today is My Hero Academia. Oh, the Doom guy. My Hero Academia, Deku, is going to be playable. They're going to do another anime collaboration like they did previously with Naruto and Dragon Ball. Now, My Hero is the next one. There he is. Plus Ultra. Smash that building. Cool. I believe this comes out next Wednesday. So we'll have a video on it and everything.
Yeah. I've talked about this. Every time they release new things. I love Fortnite at this moment. With the no build mode is fantastic. I love Fortnite. I love the way we've been having fun coming back to the game when a character is released and trying to get a victory royale. I fucking love it. Like, it's been a blast. So I'm very excited for this. Very, very excited.
Yep. It's a fun game to dive back into every time there's an update like this.
Yeah.
Next, quick word on Genshin Impact. I don't think our correspondent for Genshin will be needed today. Sorry, Andrew. But the new character is out. Scaramucci is here. Is an animal character. And also the new update with the card game is here. So Genshin Impact now has more endgame in the form of a trading card game. Now, if you think about TCGs, they were the original gacha, right? You buy the card packs, you get random cards from within, and then you use them to play the video game, or just the card game in general. So it felt like
gacha.
A real life gacha, the original one. Now, this seemed like the perfect opportunity to put more gacha into the gacha. They didn't do it. All the cards are obtained with in-game gameplay. There's no paying for cards, no progression there on the end game.
Crazy.
Yeah. All the rewards you get though are from doing the quest and battling the CPU. That's how you get new cards and stuff. Battling against other players gives you nothing, from my understanding.
Oh, but you can fight. So the trading card game as multiplayer, right?
Yeah, you can do it, but the way you build decks and get more currency for the for cards and to get a better deck and to upgrade your stuff is by doing CPU battles or doing the story quest associated with it. There's like a list of goals for you to complete, but that's all CPU. Playing against players, it's like, okay, if you want to do it, you can do it. We're just not going to give you anything for it.
I actually think that's a smart way to do it, because that way you don't get a random player that has played 1,000 matches online that has better cards than you because he has played 1,000 matches online. You can grind your way offline. I think that's actually a smart way of doing it, to be honest.
People are enjoying this. People are enjoying the card game. Sounds like they did a good job with it. So yeah. I'll try it out someday. Right now I have a lot of games to play, including maybe in the future a Sandland game. Now, what the hell is Sandland, you might ask? Sandland is an Akira Toriyama creation. Lately, this man has been doing nothing but Dragon Ball and Dragon Quest. Well, this is his most recent work. It's called Sandland, and Bandai Namco is going to do something with it. Is it a video game? We'll find out on December 17th. This is a teaser of a teaser, basically. But they don't even say it's a video game, because Bandai also does anime, Bandai also does toys, Bandai does a bunch of shit. So I think they're partnering with Akira Toriyama to start pushing this thing, but I do not know if what we're gonna get out of it is gonna be a video game.
Yeah, it's at this point we don't know. If it was though, this would be the first game outside of Dragon Quest and Dragon Ball in general, because he has done some additional character designs for Dragon Ball games, like Android 21. It was his design, and it later came
Banyu for Kakarot.
Oh yeah. But like since Blue Dragon, nothing original has been touched, and this is from a manga I think that was released in the 2000s, early 2000s.
What is Blue Dragon?
Blue Dragon is I think his latest game. He designed every character and monster. It is a RPG for Xbox 360. Okay. Personally, one of the best RPGs. I love that game. And it's from Mistwalker as well, the creators of Final Fantasy, same as Lost Odyssey and Final Fantasy X, and before that. And the characters were all designed by him. Pretty cool. The story was alright, but like the game itself, amazing. Character design, great, and you know it's Akira Toriyama. So it was his last project in terms of designing the characters. Apart from Dragon Quest, which I think he still does to this point every iteration. So that would be exciting if this is an actual video game. And I haven't read the manga. I know it doesn't have a lot of issues, but I do think that the character design for the manga is pretty cool. You see who drew it, but it looks pretty cool, and this is exciting, man. It's a new thing. By Akira Toriyama. I think it will always be exciting.
Yeah. Any more news about Ultra Rumble, by the way? No, they said they wouldn't be talking about it until 2023. So we do have news on a new Attack on Titan game. It's VR, coming for the Quest 2. Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable, and that's all we know about it. It's been developed by Universe, who made the Little Witch Academia Broom game for VR. There's no gameplay here, so I'll just do Little Witch Academia VR. There's a Broom VR game. Broom racing, yeah.
They should have called Vroom. Right?
Vroom. Jestara YouTube channel. Thank you for this. Let's look at some broom racing in VR. Okay, it's a big tutorial. It's an anime game, so okay.
Okay, this does not look good.
This
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This does not look good.
VR is hard to present. Okay, let's give it the benefit of the.
True. That is true. That is true.
But yeah, this is what they made before, and now they're making an Attack on Titan game, and they didn't put any gameplay in the trailer, so I'd be worried. Anyway, that's what Attack on Titan is doing now. One of the biggest anime IP in the world is making a VR game.
One thing that I would say is, we were thinking about buying PSVR. Well, I was thinking, and I think you were thinking too. Especially if Half-Life Alyx gets announced for that, because I really want to play that one. Hopefully, Attack on Titan gets released on PSVR
because it's not backwards compatible. I want Half-Life Alyx and a few PSVR VR1 games to get confirmed before getting.
Yeah, sure. I think Half-Life Alyx would be enough for me, because I really want to play that game. And honestly, Aspire, the one that I tried. Not
buying a console for one game. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
it's also super expensive. It's console price. It is a full console price.
Yeah, that's also true. That was my idea when we thought it was gonna cost 300. No, really. Yeah, that's also true. I forgot about that. But still, like, I hope that this Attack on Titan gets announced for PSVR 2. So that we are able to still buy that one and enjoy Attack on Titan, or not enjoy Attack on Titan, depending on the quality.
Yep. We'll see. Have you tried Yomi Hustle yet? What is Yomi Hustle? Mobile download. Okay. Turn-based fighting game? Fuck is this? No, I did not try Yomi.
We did not try this. We did not try this.
Final news of today. Ninjala is doing another. This is the second Demon Slayer collaboration they're doing. So Ninjala usually gives you like these skins that you can use to play Ninjala. Apparently a weapon too. Or maybe that's a skin for a weapon. But a few characters are in this. I believe Tanjiro and Nezuko were in before. So that might not be new. I'm not sure about those two. Tengen is definitely new though.
Tengen is new.
And Gyutaro and Enmu. Shinobu definitely new too. There's a lot.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
There was...
Hey,
Akaza.
There's the sword guy. What's his name?
What? Sword guy?
Yeah, the guy who makes the swords for the Ashura.
Haganezuka. No, I think that was Urokodaki.
No, Haganezuka was there. It was Haganezuka.
Yeah, it was there, right?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, this looks... Look, I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't like this game.
Same.
I didn't have any fun whatsoever. I really disliked. But this is a good collaboration. This is an amazing collaboration.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome. Very
for
good
Ninjala
stuff.
Fans, definitely. Do not expect this on the channel though, because we just didn't like Ninjala.
So unfortunately,
we're
didn't
not
like it.
covering this at all. But we're letting you know that, hey, if you like Ninjala, more Demon Slayer is coming. It's the second time you do it. And that is the news for today. Thank you so much for watching. Final word on the Twitch transition over to YouTube. Or I guess I will repeat this next week again. But we have officially started moving stuff over. We are only streaming on Twitch once a week, which is this stream on Fridays. We'll do Around the Bush and then do something else random. But the transition has started over to the YouTube channel. We have pulled a list of our active subscribers, and this is what the list looks like, okay? So when I go offline, this channel will permanently just be an offline screen. And the offline screen will be something like this. Now, we can only pull data for the active subscribers. So we have a bunch of names here. There are a few that we could still like move to another place because like they're so close to getting 3 years or they're so close to getting 2 that we might just move them. But I've taken these names and I've started giving people roles. So if you look at Golden Raijin here, he has a role called 2-Year Bush, which means he has free access to Discord for 2 years because he was subscribed for 2 years. I'm doing the same for Patreon. But here's the thing, because we cannot pull the data from people that are not currently subscribed, I've created this Discord channel called Twitch Streaks. So just post here how many months you've been subscribed to the Twitch channel. If you post it here, you will be on the offline screen when I leave Twitch forever. You'll be here, immortalized, and you will also get free access to Discord for as long as your streak was, rounded to the year. So if you just check the Discord channel. This channel is open to everyone. It's completely public. It's not closed by subs. You don't have to pay to have access to this. So just, yeah, take a screenshot of the channels to see how many months you've been subscribed. And if you got a year or more, you get free access to the Discord server for that long. I just joined, it's already ending. No, you're thinking about this wrong. You can join the start of something new. You can be at the very start of Globcool Live, the streaming channel. That's it. Yeah, so yeah, please send over your streaks. We will finalize this and delete this Twitch streaks Discord chat on January 2nd. And that's when we will put the final list over on our Twitch offline screen.
Yeah,
so January 2nd is when we're going to do it. Stop subbing.
Please.
Sizzle, you have access. You got, God damn it.
Actually, no. It makes sense what he just did because he just. Oh no, he had 3 years already. Wait a minute.
Yeah, 3 years already.
Okay. Well,
he already had 3 years.
Coco.
God damn it.
But thank you for the support, of course.
Yeah, thanks for the support, obviously. Yeah, that's it. That's it for Around the Bush. We're gonna move on to questions now, but thanks for watching. Bye, YouTube. Bye. See you next week. Bye, YouTube.